listeners, and welcome to Music Minutes from Musicplay. I'm your host, Carrie Lynn, and we here at Musicplay are excited to bring you this brand new podcast. This is a podcast designed for elementary and private music teachers, music specialists, general classroom teachers, and anyone else who is a lover of music education. With this podcast, we are looking to help educate, inform, and share community ideas that we think will be of benefit to you and your classrooms. Our podcasts will be featuring great music information, such as community comments we have gathered from across all of our social media platforms, teaching tips from Denise Gagne, our company founder, and newsletter highlights, and all the nuggets of teaching wisdom that can be found in those. As always, our mission is to provide a quality music education to all children by providing excellent curriculum materials that schools can afford. We want to give you tips and tricks to help you plan the best music lessons for your students. Each podcast will start with a quick outline of the main topic, and then we'll get into the meat of the podcast. This week, we are covering the scariest and spookiest part of October, Halloween. Online, Denise asked the community, "What are your favorite Halloween activities you've been doing? I love to do Pass the Witch's Broom, or Pass the Kitchen Broom if you can't do Halloween, and Bats from Musicplay 4 with the balloon sound effects." The first activity the community talked about is general Halloween setup and activities. Our first comment is from Debbie, who says, "I have duotangs filled with words to various Halloween songs and poems. My grade 4s divide into groups, choose a song or poem for their group, discuss how to perform it, rehearse, and present to the rest of the class, and then they do a written self-evaluation." Laura replies, "All of the above mentioned have been loved and asked for in my classes too." Shauna suggests, "I have a boo bucket with leaf rhythms inside. Each kid gets to draw a leaf and read the rhythm for me to do a quick assessment, while the other kids can do a leaf rhythm coloring page. Fun stuff." Janine says, "In addition to what has been mentioned above, I've read Click Clack Boo with K to 1 and added instruments such as tambourines, triangles, and drums for sound effects for certain words like crunch and creak and tap. I've also read Bats in the Band. It's a great rhyming word book." The next favorite song is 5 Little Pumpkins. Debbie suggests, "I have gloves with pumpkins glued on the fingers. Some wear the gloves while the others act them out." The next activity is a Fred Penner song called John Russell Watkins. And once again, Debbie says, "We acted out with costumes for the 4 characters. When my older students saw the costumes laid out, they asked to do it because they remembered it and said it was so much fun." Another favorite activity is the Goblin in the Dark. Debbie uses the Goblin in the Dark to the tune of The Farmer in the Dell for all of her kindergarten to grade 2 students. Another favorite is Charlotte Diamond's Looking for Dracula. Julie says it's a lot like Bear Hunt but creepy and funny. I don't do it with kindergarten though, it can be a little bit too spooky for my babies. And Carrie says, "My little ones really enjoy Charlotte Diamond's Looking for Dracula. They like going on a bear hunt." Another big hit was Ghost of Tom. Nathaniel and Ian both used it with their grade 4s and 5s. Colleen says Ghost of Tom was a big hit. Kids sing it all the way down the hallways. Another great song for kindergarten is October is Here. Kimberly's kindies love October is Here. They are great at acting out the spooky things. And Allison says, "My kindergartens are in love with October is Here." For the older kids, try the song Skin and Bones. Nathaniel also did a version of Skin and Bones with his grade 6 in assembly that included recorders, timpani, xylophone, drums, shakers, and temple blocks, plus the grade 4 singers. Shauna says that her grade 5s love to play Skin and Bones on their recorders. A lot of people also really like the Dark, Dark Room poem. Natalie uses the Dark, Dark Room poem to introduce dynamics, with a Dracula accent, of course. We practice it not only with our voices, but with our bodies too. From there, they create two spooky sentences, where one is forte and the other is piano. Then they say the sentences using voice and body to show the dynamics and eventually select an instrument to enhance the mood. Another grade 1 favorite is Magic Spell. Carla said, "My new favorite is Magic Spell from Musicplay grade 1. I fly around on a broomstick and turn the kids into the animals in the song." Daryl is also loving the Magic Spell in grade 1 Musicplay. He pulled it out for his grade 4s and they had no problems getting into the actions. And Amanda also loves using Magic Spell with her grade 1s. Definitely an all-time fave. An all-around favorite is Witch's Cat. Becca's kids love Witch's Cat. They love the game, and even her grade 6 students want to sing and play it. Carrie's students love Witch's Cat. And Tracy said that hands down, The Witch's Cat is Sleeping is definitely her favorite. Whenever she's done kids' choice classes, that one always comes up. Pass the Pumpkin is another favorite. Ian's grade 4s just did Pass the Pumpkin, and they thought it was a blast. He used a vibroslap to let them know when to stop. Colleen says that Pass the Pumpkin is also a big success, with instruments added when people were out of the game. If you want to throw a classic in, Ian mentioned that Schubert's Elf King is a really huge hit with his grade 4s. Another classic that is used during this time is Danse Macabre by Camille Saint-Saëns. Ian uses it with his grade 5s. They also, unsurprisingly, really enjoy that piece. Lisa found a YouTube video of trombonists who recorded 4 trombone parts to Danse Macabre. You can find the link in the show notes. Diana really enjoys using Witch's Spell. Her grade 1s absolutely love this song. Another crowd favorite is the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Laura uses it with her grade 1s, and Colleen started on Sorcerer's Apprentice listening activity, matching movie scenes with correct music clips. Sandra loves Old Mother Witch. She changes the game so that whoever says yes to the witch then becomes the one and can help her in the middle of the circle. 2 of our community members also suggest Halloween Looby Loo. Allison said, "My kindergartens also like Halloween Looby Loo," and Shauna's students agree. Laura echoes Denise's excitement. She loves the song Bats, and she uses it with balloons. Another song that came up was Old Roger is Dead and Gone to His Grave. Laura simply suggests to play the game. Another favorite is Pumpkin Stew. Tara said that Witch's Brew was a huge hit last year, which is the alternative title to Pumpkin Stew. Bought Me a Cat is another favorite. Shauna said that her grade 4's kids love partnering and comparing and contrasting Bought Me a Bat and Bought Me a Cat from Music K8 magazine. Shauna's students also have fun with instrument groups for birds and bats in grade 2. Susan says that her Ks and 1s love to skeleton dance to fossils from Carnival of the Animals. Another favorite is Dry Bones. Bonnie says that her students love Dem Bones, which again is another alternative title to Dry Bones. And how can we finish this talk without Monster Mash? Carrie said that she loves to use Monster Mash, and that she did a whole line dance with the entire school last year. Thanks for tuning in to your weekly music minutes from Musicplay. Check the show notes or our podcast collection on musicplay.ca for the transcript of this episode, along with links to the activities suggested. If you are looking for more ideas, or if you have some ideas you'd like to share, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. Thanks for listening and have a spooky day.